Hey there, and welcome to Parkinson's Disease Education. In today's video, we're going to be comparing the differences between dystonia versus dyskinesia. These are each conditions that can be experienced with a person with Parkinson's disease, but as I think you'll see, they are quite different, even though they may sound similar. So sit back, enjoy the video, and cheers. It is after 12, so why not? Without further ado, in 5 minutes or less, I'm going to talk to you about the differences between dystonia and dyskinesia. Now, the terms actually say a lot about what they are. Dystonia refers to an abnormality of muscle tone versus dyskinesia, which refers to an abnormality of movement. The dystonia tends to be a prolonged involuntary muscle contraction, whereas dyskinesia, it's also involuntary, but it tends to be a continuous rhythmic movement. And dystonia tends to happen in one muscle or group of muscles in a particular area, whereas dyskinesia tends to be in, let's say, a single limb or the trunk, a leg, head, neck, that kind of thing. It's basically a regional movement. The quality of muscle contraction in dystonia, as I said before, is prolonged. It's more like a spasm or a contortion, whereas dyskinesia tends to be a smooth, kind of a writhing movement or rolling movement, almost like rhythmic dancing, except without the music. Dyskinesia does, even though it does tend to be more or less continuous, it can stop and begin at any point. Dystonia tends to stay in that spasm or contortion until it decides to relax itself, essentially. The causes of dyskinesia and dystonia also tend to contrast quite a bit. Dystonia tends to be as a result of a waning off of dopamine. So when Parkinson's medications tend to be close to their wearing off times, or the next dose is due, essentially, dystonia tends to happen more often. Dyskinesia tends to happen when Parkinson's medication is at its peak. So the most common would be levodopa or carbidopa-levodopa, and when the peak dose is happening, that tends to be when the dyskinesia is the worst. Dystonia is actually quite painful compared to dyskinesia, whereas honestly dyskinesia really doesn't cause true muscle pain. It might be more of an annoyance because you can't stay still, but it shouldn't be painful. Dystonia, though, on the other hand, can be extremely painful. You can imagine the worst muscle cramp you've had that won't let go. That's about what it would be like. Dystonia, because of the fact that it can contort and twist parts of the body, it can actually result in deformities. One example would be scoliosis of the spine. Parkinson's in and of itself may not cause spinal problems. These other motor problems that can be associated with PD can result in deformities even of the musculoskeletal system. Well, those are the main differences between the two. I hope you found that enlightening, because all these terms get thrown around and I feel like they could get confused at times. In the next video, we'll talk a little bit more about treatment options for dystonia and dyskinesia and what options may be available for you as a person with Parkinson's. As always, I invite you, please, if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below, share it with other people, and I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel so that you don't ever miss a notification of a new video coming up on the channel. It's been a pleasure to have you on the video today. Cheers, and have a great week.